Before we can get started with Associate Goliath and also the two bonus plugins that I included for you guys, Extendazon and Upsellazon, we need to get these plugins installed and configured first, and then we can actually proceed with utilizing this stuff. So you can do this on either a new WordPress site where you don't have anything installed or any content on it, or you can also do this on an existing WordPress site where you may simply want to be adding new product pages onto that site. What you want to do is first go to Plugins and Add New, and then click on the Upload Plugin button. And finally, you're going to want to click on Browse, and then find the zip file for Associate Goliath. Now we're also going to be doing this same thing for Extendazon and Upsellazon in just a few moments. So now we want to install the plugin, and then finally we need to activate it. Now we can actually go ahead and do this same thing for both of the other plugins that we want to install now. So we're going to do Extendazon, and then we're also going to do Upsellazon. So once this is complete, we now have all three of these plugins installed and activated on our site. In the future, if you ever see this type of information here underneath a plugin listing, especially plugins that are mine, this lets you know when you have new versions available. So you can just simply click on Update Now, and this will upgrade your plugin to the new version. So now what we want to do is go into Associate Goliath and go ahead and get this thing activated. You need to punch in the PayPal email address that you used for your purchase here. Once you have entered that information and activated it, you'll be taken to this page. It'll tell you it's been successfully activated. This page here is actually where you will be creating your product posts using Associate Goliath. This is the admin link under Associate Goliath. However, you actually need to go to the options screen before you can start doing stuff here. You have this link right up here at the top. This is going to take you to fill out some of the settings for this plugin. The main one you want to worry about would be your affiliate ID right up here at the top. I use Amazon.com mostly, so I put in my Amazon.com affiliate ID. If you would prefer to generate your ads with another country site, you could simply enter in that one instead. Beyond that though, you also need to be filling out your access key and your secret access key. This is actually from the Amazon API. You want to log into your affiliate account, click on Product Advertising API, the blue button up at the top, and then you need to proceed through that section and generate your API keys. I have separate training available on API keys if you happen to not have that information already, but chances are you probably already have some Amazon API keys ready to go. Now, in addition to the API keys, you also want to be putting in a Google API key at the very least here. And I also have a separate training video for you guys that will cover Google API key creation. Chances are you probably do not have one of these already, and you might need to generate it. So I have a little walkthrough video for you guys for that. So go up here and punch in your Amazon information, and finally save the options on this page. Now on this same page, you also have a few other options in terms of helping you to design how the product review pages are going to look. You can rearrange the buttons, change the text on buttons, things of that nature, decide whether or not you want to show customer reviews on the page. All of this stuff I will really consider to be optional. For the most part, I will leave this set to the default values. However, if you will be using Extendazon and the on-site shopping cart that it provides, you actually want to change this button text right here to say add to cart instead, because this is going to make a lot more sense than view on Amazon. Now there is a separate optional show 90-day cookie add to cart button. You could use this. However, this is something where it's not going to integrate with the Extendazon shopping cart. That's just going to be a direct add to cart on Amazon link. So that is something different. That's what Extendazon calls a direct shopping cart link. It is something that Extendazon can do. However, it will not be compatible with this option here. So to use Extendazon and the on-site cart, just change your button text for the view on Amazon button to say add to cart instead. And Extendazon is going to take care of the rest for you. So I'm going to go ahead and save my changes now on the add to cart button. And then I'm going to proceed on to my plugins. Beginning with Extendazon, if you click on the sidebar link, it's going to take you into the plugin setup process where you need to answer a couple of questions to be able to proceed. The first one here being to provide your Amazon API information. This is just like we did on the Associate Goliath options page right here. Your access key and your secret access key. So this is going to be your access key here in the first box. And finally, the secret access key will go down below. Now you just need to click on the Continue button to proceed. Step number 2 for Extendazon is asking you what kind of affiliate links do you want to use. You remember I mentioned the direct shopping cart links before? That's the one where you do not use the on-site cart, but you would still utilize the 90-day cookie. However, Associate Goliath can actually do that with that separate add to cart option. However, the one we really want to be using is the on-site shopping cart. That's going to convert the standard Extendazon links into shopping cart links, so you can add the product to the on-site cart. Now, once that is complete, the main thing we really need to do now is to add in our widget. So we're going to go to Appearance and then Widgets. And then we want to take this Extendazon widget and drag it into our sidebar. And that's all there is to do for Extendazon. Now we're going to continue on to Upsellazon, and we're going to do essentially the same thing. We're going to provide our API information first. And then we are going to choose where we want the ads to be displayed. Now, Upsellazon creates accessory ads for the products that Associate Goliath is going to be promoting. So what you want to do is choose where those accessory ads will actually end up showing up. This could be a sidebar widget, could be at the top of your content or the bottom of your content. Personally, I prefer to usually use the widget option though. So I'm going to select that. And then finally, I need to go back to Appearance and Widgets. And I'm going to drag Upselazon to show up directly below Extendazon now. So now what this is going to do is this is going to put these things in the sidebar of my website. So then when I start creating product pages with Associate Goliath, it will automatically have the accessory ads in there, and it's going to automatically integrate the Extendazon shopping cart as well. I want to point out one more thing here for you real quick. With Upselazon, you have this Add Styles page. And this actually allows you to design how the ads are going to appear in the sidebar or the top or bottom of content, wherever you choose for this to get displayed. So the white style, it's a fairly plain blank style, will be available by default. But depending on the theme that you actually choose to use, you may need to modify that white style just a little bit. These are accessory ads in the sidebar that Upselazon will create. However, if you're using the default theme that is currently provided with WordPress, this is going to be the 2015 theme, then that sidebar actually has more room in it than the Upselazon ads will try to occupy. So you actually want to make, if you're using that default 2015 theme, then you would want to make the white default ad, you want to edit it and simply change your numbers. I like to set the width number here to about 220 or so and the height to 185. And that will give you a more complete size like you're seeing here on my screen. Otherwise, they're going to end up being shrunk down just a little bit, and it may not quite look right. So if you experience that kind of issue on your site, just go and play with the style a little bit. Make it a little bit larger, a little bit smaller, whatever the case may be, and you can get this to fit in with the look of your site. And there's other designs for it too if you want to use a different color or something.